Could you tell us why you took a break?
Well, I took a break because I've been sick. I had a mental disease called anorexia, and I started to be sick while I was still dancing, and at some point I just couldn't like keep going, so I stopped. And after that, I needed to come back. Like I said, I was feeling better physically. So yeah, what could I say?
Fitted cap, trench coat with a pair of Jordan Turner boats moving by, glides, keeping them afloat, Got plus die cause you were trying to follow. Well, love bad, we got no ice to borrow. Like camera action with movement capture, alter reality, picture frame dissect the higher of melanin in that intro chapter. The catamaran captain and cap locks caption hyphen. Find a pause in this let's-o moment. Let's applaud cause this Wednesday is golden. Who would have thought that day was chosen? Interludes of a life, what's happening? Yeah.
Ça a duré vraiment sur une longue période, évidemment, avec différentes étapes. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a une évolution quand même, parce qu'il y a un travail qui se fait, là. Je pourrais dire 10 ans, sur une période de 10 ans, mais là, dans le gros de la maladie, c'est 3 ans. Et après ça, il y a un... C'est vraiment différent pour chaque personne. C'est une maladie qui est assez complexe. Je pourrais pas dire que c'était assez sévère, mais pas au point d'être hospitalisée. Donc, j'étais quand même à la maison. J'étais pas dans un hôpital, mais évidemment, j'avais un suivi médical. J'avais un suivi avec des différents intervenants au niveau psychologique, psychiatrique. Puis quand j'ai commencé à Krump, j'étais encore malade.
Wow.
Je sais qu'il y a certaines personnes, j'en ai pas... Tu es un des seuls à qui j'en ai parlé de la communauté de danse. Les gens autour, près de moi, le savent, mais c'est pas quelque chose que je mets de l'avant.
Like
je peux pas dire que c'est de la honte, c'est plus ni de la gêne, c'est juste... Honnêtement, c'est difficile pour moi de dire pourquoi j'en parle pas. C'est aussi parce que j'essaie de me détacher de ça, puis que c'est pas moi, parce que ce que tu vis, c'est pas une partie de ton identité, c'est juste quelque chose qui t'est arrivé. Même si des fois, c'est des décisions que tu prends toi-même. Mais ce que je veux dire par là, c'est que c'est pas quelque chose à laquelle je veux m'identifier maintenant.
OK.
Puis c'est ça, dans le moment où j'étais encore malade et que j'ai commencé à faire du Krump, les gens m'ont souvent, les gens qui le savaient, pensaient aussi que je me servais de ça pour dépenser mon énergie. Parce que l'anorexie ou les troubles alimentaires, qui est aussi inclus la boulimie, prennent différentes formes, puis tes actions sont différentes d'une personne à l'autre. Il y en a pour qui c'est de l'exercice excessif, là, c'est du contrôle alimentaire. Moi, j'avais l'exercice excessif et le contrôle alimentaire, mais je gérais assez bien pour ne pas me rendre à l'hôpital. OK? Donc, là, j'ai fait un petit retour en arrière, mais quand j'ai commencé le Krump, évidemment, le Krump est très physique.
Yeah.
Et je m'entraînais beaucoup aussi. Je m'entraînais beaucoup physiquement. Puis, il y a certaines personnes qui me disaient, bien, tu t'aides pas parce que tu entretiens le fait de dépenser de l'énergie. Mais je peux dire que c'est pas, pour moi, ça ne m'est pas servi, ça n'a pas servi à ma maladie, au contraire.
Ça n'a pas été à ton détriment.
Non, ça m'a aidé justement à passer au travers, en plus de toutes les autres choses que je faisais pour m'aider à guérir. Mais c'est ça. Et même l'exercice, parce que je m'entraîne encore, je suis entraîneur, j'ai des workouts, je m'entraîne régulièrement. Ça a pris du temps avant que ça devienne sain, mais c'est devenu une bonne routine qui est saine. Donc, c'est pour ça aussi que je ne le mets pas de l'avant, parce que c'est pas... Je veux pas que les gens associent au fait que je m'entraîne.
That you work out a lot to that. Got you. Yeah. But then, what was it related to? Because like it could be related to the physique, or it could be related, like in your case, where did it come from?
Tu parles de la maladie, l'anorexie. Encore là, ça, on pourra en parler pendant des heures, parce que c'est assez complexe. C'est pas... J'ai pas décidé du jour au lendemain que je me trouvais, parce que souvent, ça part... Les gens pensent que c'est parce que les gens se trouvent trop gros, trop grosses. Ça, c'est un symptôme. OK? Pas la cause. C'est pas le poids, le problème. C'est la perception de soi, les expériences vécues en milieu familial. Pour faire une histoire courte pour moi, c'était le besoin de contrôle. J'avais un grand manque d'estime de moi-même aussi. Puis dans ma famille en tant que telle, c'est pas à première vue problématique, mais j'ai vécu des expériences que je l'ai interprétées comme j'étais pas assez pour être aimée. Fait que là, je te fais vraiment un gros portrait, là, un résumé. But that's basically it. That was like most of the reason that pushed me into that like mental issue. And the way that I treated it was to control what I was doing, what I was eating, what I was like my exercises and stuff like that.
And what made you feel like you had? I mean, you touched upon that a bit. Like, what made you feel like you lacked control in your life?
Well, because I was not really knowing myself that much, and like I said, that like when you have a lack of self-esteem, you don't know exactly where you're going or what you do, and also the relationship with people. Like I felt like I was never enough. So for me, I cannot control what the other person thinks about me. So I was trying to control something. So this is really tangible. On peut dire ça. Tangible, like your food, your exercise, what you're doing. You can control yourself. So that way, it's false. It's an illusion. That's why it's a sickness. You know. So that's why I cannot really explain how I started this. It just happened.
Got you. And then, when did you become aware of the?
First of all, I lost a lot of weight, and I was never, I never had a problem with my weight because I've been always dancing, but I became really thin, and my family just told me like, now you have a problem, and I never denied it. I know like some people will deny it like for a long time, and I never did, and I accept help really quickly. So c'est pas quelque chose que tu veux faire. C'est pour ça que je dis que c'est très complexe comme maladie. C'est pas quelque chose que tu veux faire, puis c'est pas une chose à laquelle tu es capable de sortir comme ça. C'est pour ça que ça prend du temps. J'allais dire quelque chose et j'ai oublié. Pas un sujet évident quand j'en parle.
I hear you.
Répète-moi ta question, puis je vais...
The question was, when did you become
aware?
Ouais.
Yeah. Ben, c'est ça, c'est ma famille autour de moi. Puis c'est aussi, souvent, les personnes qui tombent malades, c'est une sorte d'appel à l'aide aussi. C'est autodestructif, mais en même temps, c'est une maladie qui est très paradoxale, là. C'est autodestructif, mais c'est aussi un appel à l'aide. Puis c'était pour moi les deux. Puis quand j'ai eu comment je dirais ça, les gens autour de moi qui ont dit « ça va pas bien », c'est là que j'ai dit « OK, il fallait que je touche le fond pour remonter. » Yeah.
Got you. And earlier, like a bit earlier, you mentioned that during that period of time, you got into Krump. And like you said, Krump is extremely physically demanding. How did you have the energy to do all of that? Because you were working out, you were crumping, and at the same time, you were going through what you were going through.
I don't know how I did that. It was, I think I have a lot of endurance, like as a person. Like, that's why people call me the machine.
The machine!
But that's true, though. I cannot, I'm a machine, man. But
is that the next character? I mean, you have Taminator.
But that's the machine.
All right, cool.
The Taminator is the first one.
Bet.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like it's. I'm used to, maybe because I'm used to suffer too. Like I can really endure a lot. And so, like I said, I like efforts, and even before when I've been sick, I was like, j'aimais l'effort physique. Donc, pour moi, c'est difficile, mais ça me dérange pas. Donc, il y a aussi cet aspect-là de release. After when you crump, you push yourself so much, not only physically, it's also mental. It goes end to end, and I was feeling a release after. Mm-hmm. So I knew that I was feeling better mm-hmm. when I was pushing that much. Mm-hmm. So that's also what kept me going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like a mix of things like that.
Got you. Wow, yo. You're strong for doing that, yo, because I can only imagine because I've never lived it, and I'm not even aware if anyone around me has lived it as well, you know? But just hearing your story and just me imagining how hard it had to be, like, I gotta, you know, je lève mon chapeau à ça because, you know, like, I see you dance right now, and I'm like, what? You were going through all of that? And, bam. Because I've seen you also do some regimen shit and all that, and I'm like, wow. Wow. Comme calisthenics, like, comme si de rien, là. Yo, fam. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I tip my hat off to you.
But, you know, it's like when you face adversity, of course, you develop some kind of, first of all, you grew from that, and you know yourself better, and you have more courage, you know. That's so much things that comes with adversity that are positive. So I think it's also why I was able to, at the same time I was going through that, it was helping me to keep going.
Jeez. Yeah. Got you. And how did you, once you hit the bottom, like you said, what were the steps that you took to get back on top? To come out of what you were in?
Yeah, at first when I was really sick, I was admitted to an hospital called Douglas Hospital. They are specialized in that kind of problem, and I've been doing like a group therapy for a while, and then at the same time I was seeing a psychiatrist, and after that I've been seeing like a psychotherapist for like probably 3-4 years. And after that, when I was more, like I was almost healed, if I can say that like that, because it was really still, because sometimes I was triggered by some situations, so I would go back to wanting to control more. So I was not completely healed, but after that, I've been, do a lot of reading, like a lot of reading that helped me a lot, and talking to my friends, of course, and also my family. And with time and the work I've been constantly doing on myself, I was able to overcome that.
Got you. And you mentioned something very interesting. C'est peut-être passé dans le beurre et on n'a pas vraiment pick up là-dessus. But when you were talking about the disease, you were saying that it's a psychological disease before even being a physical disease. And I'd like to know if you could elaborate on that statement, because I'm not as well versed in, you know, that realm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Why is it more a psychological disease than a physical?
It's just start from a distortion of yourself. So it's not your body the problem. It's how you perceive yourself. So that way it's like more mental. So just that's why we call it like a mental disease. And like I said, even me, I don't know everything about it, because there's so much layers and different ways that people react to it. So it's, for some other people, I know that some other people, it's, the term light, c'est pas un terme que j'aime dire, là, léger, c'est, il y en a qui vont avoir un épisode de trouble alimentaire où ils vont vouloir contrôler, ils vont passer par-dessus rapidement, mais la source, parce que ça, c'est le symptôme. La maladie, c'est quand même un symptôme. C'est pas ce qui cause ça, c'est ce qu'il y a derrière. Et ce qu'il y a derrière, c'est pas le physique. C'est ta perception. Donc, la perception de toi, les expériences que tu as vécues qui vont trigger un sentiment de perte de contrôle. Puis évidemment, c'est très autodestructif. Donc, c'est pas rationnel de vouloir se détruire, tu comprends? Donc, c'est la raison pour laquelle on dit que c'est un mental issue. Ouais,
mental issue.
Ouais.
Got you. Damn, that's deep. Do you feel like Krump played a role in your life during that time?
Yeah.
Like, did it help with your situation? I mean, you mentioned that it helped. So, how did it help?
Like I said, the first thing was like a feeling of a release. You know, we know that dance is general do that. Like it does that for people to just like express themselves. They feel better after they dance. But for me, because it was first of all based on freestyle and pushing out so much energy out, it wasn't just physical. It was coming from also like emotion that you wanna express through a dance, because
exteriorize.
Exactly, because the Krump is also, like I said, really authentic. You need to be really real about your dance, and it means to mean something. So I was using what I was going through to just like almost like a therapy, you know? Also, in other way, I was facing myself, the lack of esteem, the lack of confidence. I was putting in some situation that I needed to do, like the battles example. Because I was lacking so much confidence, I was scared, and I could back up and just like, it's not for me, but I used that to gain more confidence by doing more and more battles and just face my fears. And I remember also an exercise I shared with you when we needed to, 7-Star could talk about that.
7-Star, shout out 7-Star. 7-Star, what?
He made us stop while we were dancing, and I was so scared to do that. I was not feeling good. I wanted to cry.
When you guys had to talk while you were dancing.
Yeah, and you needed to explain what you were doing. And in English. And at that time, I was not really good in English, and I was like... And yeah, that kind of situation, and it's an example, but I just decided to take that opportunity, and I wasn't knowing that at the time, but my reaction was not to like just leave and just like, you know, I don't want to do Krump anymore, and I don't want to do that. And it just helped me to gain more confidence and self-esteem and knowing myself better, so that way I develop more healthy relationship with myself, but with others. So I didn't need to take control that much after, you know. So that's why it helped me. Gotcha. You mentioned lack of self-esteem. You mentioned your confidence. Were there any other elements that Krump put you face to face with? Yes. I talked to myself a lot, meaning that you know, everybody has that little voice like in their head, like that's showing up like when you don't want to, and just pushing you down without even you noticing. So I've been more conscious about that, because when I was being in some like I was challenged, this is when the little voice was more loud. So I needed to just shut them up, like shut the voices up. Yeah. So that way also Krump helped me for that. And in battle situation, it really can be really subtle and sneaky, meaning that if I look at my opponent and he or she does something really crazy, and your thought will be like, you know, fuck.
I can't do shit.
Yeah, so you know that you're gonna feel beat up, but that's the kind of thing that you need to work on to be able to overcome that. So the intrusive thoughts that I still need to work on that. Like it's a constant work. You know, sometimes, some days I feel better, sometimes I don't. So I need to work even harder on that. But it's definitely helped me for that. And ego, like everybody has an ego. So if you say that you don't have an ego, I don't trust you. Everybody does. Like, again, it's expressed itself really differently for everybody. But I have a big ego. Like je suis comment ça? Je cherche le mot.
Ego?
Non, c'est premièrement, je suis compétitive, puis je savais pas que je l'étais. Et des fois, ça peut être malsain dans le sens que, pas que, comme je dis, c'est pas parce que je veux gagner, c'est surtout moi par rapport à moi-même.
Towards yourself.
Yeah, I need to. I felt for a long time I need to prove myself, and sometimes it comes back in my life, not only on the battlefield, in different kind of situation. En tout cas, je trouve pas le mot là. But yeah, I needed to, because I'm a humble person. But because I have this relationship with myself that I feel like when it's triggered and I feel like I'm not enough, I can be hurt when I feel like I'm not enough, so I want to react, and the reaction can be unhealthy, you know. But it's often towards myself, not others. Well, I think so, but yeah. So that's also why, like in situation that I feel I'm not enough, and Krump, like because you're so vulnerable in battles and session, and like I said, different kind of situation that I've been challenged, I felt vulnerable. Vulnerable. C'est le word. So yeah, I needed to. I was having a reaction with my ego, so I needed to work to just like trying to work with it.
Got you. Well, thanks a lot for opening up and sharing with us. Your generosity is, very, very appreciated. Like you just said, you haven't mentioned a lot of those things with other people, and for you to come on this platform and tell us about all of that, that's, I can imagine that it takes a lot, so really appreciate you for that. So now, if we try to do another turn. So I'm gonna turn around and I want you to tell us, like talk to us as if we weren't dancers, and we really want to know what's happening mentally and what's happening physically at the same time. Yes?
Yeah.
Let me put it on.
Dans les derniers rounds.
So when was that?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
And she's done on the floor. And now we have Taminator.
That was basically the last round, I remember. I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Like even before we start, that's how you were feeling?
Yeah, because like it was at the end, and like the I don't know if you know, like it's like a 7 to smoke concept. And right now I was, until the final, I wasn't lose any lives, because we start with 3 lives, and when you lose, you obviously like. And until I came to the final, I didn't lose any lives. And she didn't either. She lost 1 life, so I was all my life. She had two left, and we went back and forth like that. I lost a life, and she lost a life, but it lasts like really like almost like a 30 minutes.
Wow.
And we've been like doing rounds before, so yeah.
The 7 to smoke basically is when you do a competition. There's like 8 people. And you have to try to accumulate 7 points. Well, you gotta try to win 7 times. Okay. And I think in this concept, they had lives. So I guess if you lose all your lives, then you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. In Super Smash or whatever. Alright? Bet. So, now she's like, yo, qu'est-ce qui va se passer? What's gonna happen? Yo, look at the energy of the crowd, yo.
Yeah, that's another thing with Krump. We also use a lot of the energy of others to push ourselves.
Alright, no. My bad. I gotta pause it there. Please talk to us. Talk to us. You telling me you were asking yourself, how am I gonna go through this next round? Mm-hmm. And then you go through this next round and you do all of that.
Yeah, I felt weak when I did this. And it is a thing, like and that's the point, and I need to work the most. Like when you are exhausted physically, you need to find ways to use your character like in other ways than just your Krump, you know? Now that you saw that, I was really trying to use the energy of others to push myself, because other than that, I couldn't, like, j'aurais dansé quand même, but I needed to have that kind of energy. And it was all freestyle. Jeez. Because the $8 is also this, you need to just freestyle. You cannot, like,
prepare a set or prepare a whole choreo.
No, so that's also why I love this kind of battles. So you need to, because you're physically tired and mentally, you need to push, like not only physically, but your creativity in different ways to be able to go through like this.
And were you affected by what was around you? Because as you can see in the video, there's a lot of energy coming from the crowd, a lot of people around you, they supported you, they pushed you back in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
no. In the contrary, it was helping me.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's sometimes like when you don't have the hype, like we call the hype in Krump, it's like the energy, l'encouragement. When you don't have hype, that's when sometimes it goes to your head and you can like feel down about that. But when you have and you shouldn't, you shouldn't rely on hype to get yourself in your mindset and just like deliver. But sometimes it's hard when you don't have the hype. When you have that kind of hype, sometimes it can throw you off because like it's so much energy going around. But in that situation, I needed that, and it helped me. It helped me a lot.
Jean, toi t'es quand même danseur. So quand tu vois ça, c'est quoi les questions que tu te poses?
À quoi tu penses dans un moment comme ça? Quand t'as plus d'énergie et que tu as ton opponent devant toi, est-ce que tu penses au opponent ou tu penses à la victoire? C'est quoi le mindset que tu as?
C'est une bonne question. Ça dépend toujours de ce qui s'est passé. In that situation, I was not thinking about her.
Oh.
I was not. Like, and sometimes you can get caught, like, when a person do something and you want to respond, it's not always the best strategy. Because, like, if she does, like, hat tricks, hell no, I'm not going to do hat tricks to answer that because I know that it's not my strength. So, like, sometimes you're going to use your strength to overcome their weaknesses when you know, like, the opponent well. But in that case, because we were so tired, we were just trying to really push our character out and just, like, use, instead of just throwing energy, be smart about it. So I was trying to be smart about it, but I was so exhausted, it was hard to think really clearly. I was really like fighting a lot.
Any intrusive thoughts like you mentioned earlier?
Not in that case. I was just like feeling so tired. I was just trying to still push even the tiredness. C'était parce que ça c'est vraiment ça dépend toujours des situations. Dans cette situation-là, mon but c'était vraiment d'essayer de donner le meilleur round que je pouvais dans les circonstances.
Gotcha. Tight. All right. Alright, so now you talk the dance. DM. It goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DM. It go down. It go down, 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 and then woo! I see you, Pat. My bad. So we have here a little gift from Luxury 7. Boom, 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 boom. Alright.
Nice.
Wait. Too quick with it. But I'll play a little game. I'll do a little challenge with you for you to have the box though.
Okay.
Alright. So, Pet, donne-moi un mot. Poutine. Tommy, donne-moi un mot. Hair. Jean, donne-moi un mot. Fire. Poutine, hair, fire. I'm gonna say car. Luc, donne-moi un mot. Candy. So we got poutine, hair, fire, car, candy. Poutine, hair, fire, car, candy. I call this game the art of storytelling.
Oh my God.
So, you will have 30 seconds to come up with a story that makes sense with those 5 words. Poutine, which is a delicious dish out here in Quebec, for those who don't know. I'm saying come down, we'll introduce you to that. Hair.
Cheveux.
Un chevet. Hair. Fire by. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You said fire. I said car. And Luc said candy.
Yeah.
OK, j'ai une histoire.
T'as 30 secondes. T'es prêt?
Oui. Mais attends une minute.
Attends une minute.
Non, mais attends, j'ai une question.
Yes.
C'est parce qu'il y a des mots en anglais puis des mots en français. Est-ce que je peux parler en français, utiliser le mot en anglais?
J'accepte.
J'accepte aussi. Like, l'histoire doit être cohérente. T'es prêt? 3, 2... Non, t'as pas 30 secondes. J'ai menti. T'as 15 secondes. 3, 2, 1, boum.
Ouais, tu sais, l'autre fois, je suis allée manger une poutine puis j'ai trouvé un cheveu dedans. Found the hair.
Oh.
I was so pissed. I went out of the restaurant. I went into my car and I ate a candy. The car was on fire. So
That's a real story.
Okay. Was that a real story? Alright, cool. So you get the shoes. You get the shoes. Here you go.
nice. Woo!
Thank you to Luxury 7.
Can I open it now?
Do you want to
I think
open it right
you can,
now?
yeah.
Open it right now.
Faut que je le montre au chat, non?
Gang.
Ooh.
Fans off the wall.
Oh.
We try to do a little song, you know? A little song personalized.
Nice. Look at that.
Yes.
I'm a lucky girl. Thank you.
Thank you, Luxury 7.
Nice.
Now, before you leave,
Yes.
I'd like to give a little challenge to notre auditoire, the people who follow us. I'd like to give a little challenge to y'all. The first challenge is something real simple for the dancers, you know what I'm saying? So when you watch the Wednesday Interludes, you'll notice that we're dancing to a song, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it makes sense, we're dancing to a song. The challenge will be to take yourself dancing to that song and then use our hashtag WN. You know what I'm saying? Or send it to our inbox. Or, you know what I'm saying? Film yourself,
Nice.
post it. Film yourself, post it with the hashtag WN for Wednesday Interludes. You know what I'm saying? We'll put all the details at the end of this video. Boom, boom, boom. Now, the second challenge for the people who want to take it deeper, it's more in correlation with this whole conversation that we had. And the challenge is this: find something that terrifies you, but that would be beneficial to you, and do it or begin the process towards accomplishing it. Yes, we good with that? Yes. I'm gonna try to do it for myself. I'm gonna share that with the people from the team, and we're gonna see if we could do it as well. And then, share your experience with us. Let us know how I felt. Yes. I want to conclude with those things. What drives you as an artist?
Je vais dire en français. Premièrement, pour moi, la danse, c'est un mode de vie. C'est seulement une passion. Et ça représente pour moi, je l'ai souvent répété, les gens autour de moi le savent aussi, là, mais je le dis souvent, pour moi, l'art, c'est une entité. Donc, pour moi, c'est important de respecter tout ce que ça inclut, c'est-à-dire son histoire, son essence. Donc, I'm constantly driven by that.
Mais c'est pareil, il est jamais devenu le very best, là.
Ça.
Batman, c'est pas ça.
Ash. Bro, Ash avait Pikachu puis il a battu Onix. Just saying. Mais il y a eu l'aide, though. Parce que... Moi, il m'a entendu... Il a vu les... Comment ça s'appelle? Il y a du feu.
Il y a vu Dieu?
Il y a du feu. C'est quoi shit? Sprinkles. Non, sprinkles.
Dieu.
Whatever, bro. Il a battu Onix, man.
Dieu l'a aidé.